I love this song. Don't you love this song? I love this song. Let's have a camera. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the Mr. Camilleri Show. Trying to get it in frame here. Actually, this is an episode of Arithmetic Mayhem. This is episode 6 of Arithmetic Mayhem. But this is the Mr. Camilleri Show YouTube channel. So on Arithmetic Mayhem, as you always know, there's 4 rounds. There's an addition round, a subtraction round, a multiplication round, and a division round. So I model how to solve problems within the 4 operations, and then in between every rounds, I shoot on my Nerf basketball hoop, and I get buckets. So that's the same thing today. So I'm going to start out by demonstrating some addition problems. I have the boxes here. Some of the rookies in the game that are new to adding, sometimes it helps to put the numbers in boxes. It makes it stand out more. It makes it a little easier to see here. So the first problem I'm going to put in boxes, and then the second problem I'm going to solve the regular way. All right. So 47 plus 31. That's going to be my first problem. 47 plus 31. So we always start with the digits in the ones place. So I'm going to add 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1 equals 8. Now going over the tens place. 4 plus 3 equals 7. And we have our final answer. 47 plus 31 equals 78. I said I would only do one with the boxes, but you know what? I'll do one more with the boxes. Do a regrouping problem with the boxes, and then I'll do a couple without the boxes. You'll find on this show that I adapt and adjust. I adapt and I adjust a lot. All right, so this problem, another addition problem with the boxes. Boxes are really just so the numbers stand out more, but I'm going to try one with regrouping now. All right, so I'm going to start with the digits in the ones place. 5 plus 5 equals 10. So the 0 and 10 goes in the ones place. The 1 and 10 gets carried over to the tens place. 5 plus 2 equals 7. We add the one that we carried over to it, and that makes it 8. And we have our final answer. 55 plus 25 equals 80. Huge shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit that like button. Leave a comment. I'm glad that you are here. All right, now I'm going to do a couple of addition problems. Now I'm going to do a couple of addition problems without the boxes. $37 plus 22. We start with the ones place. 7 plus 2 equals 9. Now going to the tens place. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And we have our final answer. 37 plus 22 equals 59. All right, one more addition problem. Then I'm going to shoot hoops before I move on to the subtraction round. I'm going to make the numbers a little lower because I don't want the glare to... Here we go. All right, we start in the ones place. 2 plus 9 equals 11. So 1 in the number 11 goes in the ones place. The other 1 in the number 11, it's carried over to the tens place. 6 plus 2 equals 8. Plus 1, we add the one that we carried over. That makes it 9. And we have our final answer, 62. 62 plus 29 equals 91. All right. I'm going to make the boxes for subtraction. Then we're going to set up the hoop for our basketball break. I'm not going to be running as crazy today because as it stands right now, I do have a powerlifting meet coming up. This Sunday, I'm going to be competing in a powerlifting meet. It's going to be the first time I compete in a full meet in over a year. So I'm trying to rest up. I'm not trying to expand too much energy. I don't want to risk getting hurt. So, I'm going to put up some jump shots, but I'm not going to be dunking and going crazy the way I have in previous episodes. All right, so I got my subtraction sign here. 42 minus 30 will be our first problem. Make my equal sign stand out a little bit more here. And I'm going to set up the hoop so we can get buckets. Hey, come on in. It's right over there. Yeah. I am live right now. You want to wave at the camera? No? Hi.
I never do this right
All
now.
right.
I can't do that.
All right, getting buckets. Moving in so you can see the hoop here. All right. So I'm going to keep shooting until I make 5 shots in a row. Here we go. You see, I missed a couple, but I'm not getting discouraged. Just look at that flick of the wrist. Ooh, there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now, if I gave up and was sad after missing the first 2, then I wouldn't have accomplished my goal. I missed the 2. It's kind of embarrassing because I was close to the hoop, but didn't give up. And that's why I was able to make 5 in a row, because I was persistent, I was consistent, and I kept shooting. In life, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I don't know who originally said that. Probably before the end of the stream, I'm going to look up that quote. But whoever said that quote, they were right. I didn't come up with that, but whoever said that quote, they were right about that. Miss 100% of the shots you don't take. All right. Now I'm going to make 5 from a little farther back. I'm going to back up. Here we go. 1. I missed. I'm starting over. 1 goes to make 5 in a row. 2. 3. 4. One more. Here we go. Here we go. 5. They say the last thing to go is the shooter's touch. Some people think I'm over the hill, but I still got the jump shot. All right. Well, that's 10 makes. And I think at this time, it is time to go back. Time to go for round 2. Round 2 of Arithmetic Mayhem. I'm going to bring it in so everybody can see here. 42 minus 30. Again, with subtraction, we always start in the ones place. Just like addition, we start in the ones place. 2 take away 0. I have 2. I'm taking nothing away. 2 minus 0 equals 2. 4 minus 3. I have 4. I'm taking away 3. 4 take away 3 equals 1. And we have our final answer. 42 minus 30 equals 12. All right, so now I'm going to put some different numbers in here. I'm going to do a subtraction problem that requires regrouping. Now, in subtraction, we regroup whenever the bottom digit is bigger than the top digit. So in this problem, I have 62 minus 48. And if you look in the ones place, the bottom digit is bigger. We cannot start out with 2 and take away 8. That doesn't work. So we have to take a 10 from the tens place. We're going to remove a 10 from the tens place, and we're going to add that 10 to the ones place. So the 2, I'm going to add a 10 to it. It's going to become a 12. Basically, we're just rewriting the number with a 1 in front of it. The 6 is going to become a 5. We add 10, we take away 1. 12 minus 8, now we can subtract. Now we can subtract because now that both the top digits are bigger, 12 is bigger than 8, 5 is bigger than 4. Now subtraction is possible. 12 minus 8 equals 4. 5 minus 4 equals 1. And we have our final answer. 62 minus 48 equals 14. All right, I'm going to do 2 more subtraction problems, and then there will be another round of basketball. All right. 88 minus 77. So I'm going to check. Is regrouping needed here? 8 is bigger than 7. Top digit is bigger in both the ones and tens place, so no regrouping is not needed. 8 minus 7 equals 1. Go to the tens place. Same 2 numbers up subtracting. 8 minus 7 equals 1. And we have our final answer. 88 minus 77 equals 11. All right. One more problem. Going to make this a regrouping problem. All right. 41 minus 25. So we start in the ones place. Well, before we subtract everything, we check and see if there's bottom digits that are bigger than the top digits. Always, when you do a subtraction problem, before you do any subtraction, you want to look and see if there are bottom digits that are bigger than the top digits. Because whenever there's a bottom digit that's bigger, we will need to regroup. And as you can see in this problem, there is a bottom digit that's bigger than the top digit. 5 is bigger than 1. You can't start out with 1 and take away 5. So again, we need to add a 10 from the tens place. The 1 is going to become an 11. And the 4 is going to become a 3. Now that both the top digits are bigger, 11 is bigger than 5, 3 is bigger than 2. Now we can subtract. 11 take away 5 equals 6. 3 take away 2 equals 1. And we have our final answer. (41 minus 25 equals 16). So now, round 2. For round 2, I'm going to go for 10 shots in a row. I'm going to go for 10 shots in a row. It might take me a little longer. Setting up, preparing to get buckets. One last thing before I need to get buckets. I'm going to set up the multiplication. And yes, we are starting now with the problems that are in the thumbnail. When I'm done getting buckets, we're going back to two-digit multiplication. But 10 makes in a row. Let's go. I'm going to start in close. I am going to start in close. 10 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how my form is always the same? I'm always flicking my wrist, waving goodbye to the ball every time. 5, 6, 7, 8. I got to start back at 0 because I missed one. I make 8 in a row and I missed one. 10 makes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting in that groove. I'm back. I got to start back at 0 again. But I'm not giving up. Oh, no, I'm not giving up. 1, 2, 3. Number 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. I've accomplished my goal. 10. There we go. That's 10 makes in a row. Now let's see if I can back it up. Move back. I don't know if I'll be able to hit 10 from back here, but I'll give it a shot. I'm still at 0. But I'm not giving up after that air ball. No, sir. 1. Back at 0. Still at 0 again. Still at 0 again. Not going to get discouraged just because I'm missing shots. No, sir. 1. So far, 1 is my career high for the shots that are behind the free throw line over here. 1. 2. 2 is my career high so far. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There we go. Starting to get in that groove. All right, one more round. If I don't make 10 in a row on this round, I got to go to round 3 of the math, and then I'll try to make 10 back there after the division problems. All right. All right, I missed. Didn't even get 1 in a row there. All right. So 4 in a row was the most I made. I do want to get back to the multiplication because that is what this live stream is about. It's about math. But I'm not giving up. I am going to go for another round and try to make 10 in a row. I'm not discouraged or sad that I only got 4. No, sir. No, sir. All right. So here we are. 24 minus 47. I'm actually going to make the numbers a little, I want these numbers to stand out so y'all can see them. 24 times 47. All right, step 1, we multiply the digits in the ones place. 4 times 7 equals 28. Because our product is more than 10, we have to regroup. The 8 and 28 goes in the ones place. The 2 and 28 gets carried over to the tens place. Now we multiply the bottom digit in the ones place times the top digit in the tens place. 7 times 2 equals 14. We're going to add the 2 that we carried over. 14 plus 2 is 16. So far, we have 168. Now we have to multiply the 2 top digits times the bottom digit in the tens place. Since we already multiplied both digits in the ones place, I'm going to put a 0 in the ones place. Four times 4 equals 16. So I'm going to put 6 in the tens place. Then I'm going to carry 1 over to the hundreds place. 2 times 4 equals 8. Plus the 1 that we carried over makes it 9. So the final step is we have to add these 2 numbers together. I'm actually going to rewrite the numbers over here because I want to make sure we have enough room. All right. Let me make my plus sign. We don't need it to. All right. So now we're going to add the digits in the ones place. 8 plus 0 equals 8. 6 plus 6 equals 12. So again, we got to regroup. 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Plus 1 equals 11. And we have our final answer. 24 times 47 equals 1,128. And now I am going to set up for long division. And yes, it will be the problem that you see in the thumbnail of this video. We're going to solve the division problem that is in the thumbnail. Stay tuned. But first, I'm going to go back and try to make 10 shots in a row. So I made 10 from close. To make 10 from beyond the free throw line here, I think I'm beyond the free throw line. I might be a little in a little closer than that. I don't know. But from farther out, I'm going to try to make 10 in a row. My record from outside behind the table here is... My record from behind the front of the table here is 4. It's behind the front of the table, not behind the whole table. All right. So let me set up. I'm going to set up for the division problem so you know what we're doing when we return. And then I'm going to make some shots. $8,875 divided by 5. All right, so that is my final problem. All right, we're going to make 10 shots in a row, and then we are moving on to division. If I miss, I'm going to keep shooting. Here we go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. $10. It was done. I did it. I only made 4 in a row on my first attempt, but I didn't give up. I kept trying, and eventually I was able to make 10 jump shots in a row. Now it's time for division. Huge shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit that like button. I appreciate you. If you're wondering why I'm shooting instead of dunking and throwing the ball off the backboard, it's because I'm supposed to have a powerlifting meet coming up this Sunday. So as long as that meet doesn't get canceled, as long as nothing happens with that, I want to be rested for that meet. But once I'm done competing, I'm going to go back to dunking and jumping over the rim and everything. All right. So 8,875 divided by 5. So step 1, we want to divide by the smallest digit possible. So looking here, we actually can divide. We can start out with 1 digit by 1 digit division. As long as there's a digit inside the square bigger than the digit outside the square, we can do that. Here, 8 is bigger than 5. So we can do 8 divided by 5. There will be a remainder, but we can start out that way. So if I skip count, 5, that's 1 group of 5. 10 would be too far. 10's too far. 10's beyond 8. So I was able to get 1 group of 5 within the number 8. 8 divided by 5 equals 1. When I was skip counting by 5s, 5 is as close as I could get to number 8 without going over. So 8 minus 5 equals 3. So we have a remainder of 3 there. Bring down the 8. Now I got to figure out how many groups of 5 I can get into 38. Again, there is going to be a remainder here, but I'm going to count by 5. So here we go. 5. That's 1 group of 5. 10, 2 groups of 5. 15, 3 groups of 5. 20, 4 groups of 5. 25, 5 groups of 5. 30, 6 groups of 5. 35, 7 groups of 5. If I count by 5 again, I'll be at 40, and that is too far. 40 is too far. 40 would be past 38. But I was able to count by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I was able to get 7 groups of 5 within the number 38. So 38 divided by 5 equals 7. Since 35 was as close as I could get to 38 without going over, 35 is what I'm going to subtract. $38 minus 35 equals 3. Going to bring down the 7 here. Figuring out how many groups of 5 get into 37. $37 minus. Could draw the groups on the board again. Yeah, I might as well. I mean, I could have left them. All right, I'll draw them again. All right. So 5, that's 1 group of 5. 10, 2 groups of 5. 15, 3 groups of 5. 20, 4 groups of 5. 25, 5 groups of 5. 30, 6 groups of 5. 35, 7 groups of 5. If I count by 5 again, I'll be too far. But 5 goes into 37 also 7 times. 37 minus 35 equals 2. Now the final thing I have to do, bring down the 5. Looking back on it, I should have drew the problem so there was a little more room. But we improvise. All right, 25. So I got to figure out how many groups of 5 go into 25. If I erase the last 2 5s I just counted, I can do that. I have that right here. No need to erase and start all the way over. 5, that's 1 group of 5. 10 is 2 groups. 15 is 3 groups. 20 is 4 groups. 25 is 5 groups. So 25 divided by 5 equals 5. And 25 minus 25 equals 0. There is no remainder. So our final answer, 8,875 divided by 5 equals 1,775. All right. Now, I don't want to leave this episode with no dunks at all. So I'm going to end this episode with 1 dunk. I'm going to do 1 final dunk. And then after that, we will call it an episode. So allow me a moment to set up for that. So I'm going to get over the rim for all of you one time. One time, I'm going to throw the ball off the backboard. I'm going to slam it home. And we will call it a video. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that concludes today's episode of Arithmetic Mayhem. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope this video was helpful. Leave a comment. Let me know if this video was helpful. And if there is an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments and I will do a future video, a future live stream on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri signing off.